Today's disc review is brought to you by Sun King Discs. Browse Sun King's extensive online store, including merchandise from all the major brands, at sunkingdiscs.com. Sun King offers much more than just discs. Anything you need from bags, carts, apparel, and accessories, Sun King has you covered. The only thing better than their incredibly fast shipping is their top-notch customer service. Hey, what's going on, disc golfers? Today we are taking a look at the new DD3 by Discmania, specifically in the S line. You can see here on the pictures the flight numbers are speed 12, glide 5, turn of -1, and a fade of 3. When I got this box of discs from Sun King Discs, this was one of the top ones on the box, and immediately when I got it out of the box, it was very comfortable in the hand. Definitely a disc that has that premium feel. You can see here some video of it. It's got a slight dome to it. The rim is a larger rim because it's a faster speed driver, but definitely still comfortable in the hand. Here's some shots of it next to a Discraft Kong. You can see that the DD3 has a little bit more of a dome to it than the Kong does. The biggest difference I noticed in these two discs is the Kong has a stiffer feel to it, whereas the DD3 is definitely very pliable. If you like a disc that you can maybe work a little bit more or work in a little bit more quickly, then the DD3 I think is a better option than the Kong based on my experience. Side by side, these two discs look very similar, and I think for a lot of players that use these, they're going to fly very similar for you. The numbers are exactly the same on them. The wings are just slightly different, and like I said, the DD3 has just a little bit more dome, maybe just a tad more glide, but both discs definitely have a lot of glide to them. You can see me throwing here with my noodle arm. I can't quite get it up to speed to get it to turn enough. I personally bag a Kong. It's nothing that I throw regularly. I'll throw it if it gets very windy out there and I need a really reliable overstable distance driver. And I think that this DD3 would fit that same bill for me. Right along those same lines of the DD3 having a little bit more glide, I think it probably is a tad more overstable as well. I don't think that either of these discs are something that I, as an intermediate player, that they're too overstable for me, that I can't get them to go flat and get some distance. You can see here I get a little bit of turn out of this one, but still threw it a little nose up and it'll crash hard to the left. Still gets that forward penetrating finish on it. Now, since I don't have the strongest arm in the world, I wanted to do this disc justice, so I asked my friend Dan to give it a chuck, and he's got a way more powerful arm than me. You can see him giving it a chuck right there. Gets a little bit of turn and then still crashes hard out to the left. Again here, he's trying to throw an Anheuser, and it just kind of rides that all the way down, maybe fights back just a hair at the end, and then a forehand here with Dan. Really gives it a nice ride. So that's my quick review of the Discmania DD3. I think as an amateur player, it's really tough for this to find a spot in my bag. I mean, I think that if you want to carry an overstable, reliable distance driver like I do with the Kong, this will fit the bill perfectly, but I don't think this is a workhorse for any amateur. Obviously, if you're playing open or even as an advanced amateur, I think you can find some real value in this disc. I think it absolutely will crush for those bigger arms, or even as a reliable sidearm forehand disc, something that's overstable enough that you know is going to come back to the right if you're right-handed. I think that this disc, they obviously knocked it out of the park. Obviously, Eagle throws it and can absolutely crush it. For your everyday Joe, I don't think that this is necessarily where I would direct them, but if you're looking for something with a lot of speed, a lot of glide, and a really reliable fade at the end, then I think this is exactly what you're looking for. Thanks so much for watching our review of the Discmania DD3. Just want to give a thank you again to Sun King Discs for supplying this disc to us. Make sure you check out sunkingdiscs.com for your next order, and definitely if you're picking up one of these new DD3s. If you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube. Also give us a follow at DiscGolfCentral _ on Instagram.